Okay, we continue back. So this it means that we have a two administrative machinery, and the questions focus on the administrative machinery under state governments. Okay, this question is almost the same. You want to look out for the two administrative machinery state governments. And then I just give you another 6 questions added. So if you see on this, there are 6 questions. It's a 2 functions of cabinets, 2 power of DPA, 4 process of parliament making laws, 4 functions of attorney general chamber, 2 functions devolutions, 2 functions of local governments. So almost I give you 8 questions. Okay. Look on your slide. Lesson 4. Okay, look at the slide for lesson 4. So if you look on the slide number 4, the objective of this lesson is to identify the Malaysian government structure and business systems, explain the function of executive, legislative and judicials, explain the government administrative machinery and federal, state and local government, explain the constitutional provisions that relate to government administrative machinery. So from these are 4 of the objective lessons. Okay, the number 3 already going out in your final exams. So we are looking on the what the next question that will be come out in your final exams. Okay, so when you look on this Malaysian government administrative systems, that means that we have a YDPA as the head of the states, and then we have the prime minister as our governments in the cabinets. So you are inherited the Westminster systems. So if you look on this, our constitutions is the most supreme law overriding all the law in these nations. We have a three house. We have two house of representative and house of senate. So we are looking on this is we are explaining the executive power, legislative power, judicial power. Okay, so executive power is what? Executive power is executed the law. So legislative power is making the law. Judicial power is the enforce the law. So YDPA is is the head of the states, and is the things that concern approval to any bills before passed as a law. Okay, well we're going to the chapter. We're going to slide. Okay, so going to the slide. Okay, the components of federal government machinery: executive body, YDPA, council of rulers, cabinet minister, parliaments, federal service commissions, national council, coordinator council, auditor general. Okay, so the question is asked: 2 functions of cabinet in Malaysia. So two function of cabinet in Malaysia. If you look at here, you must find the cabinets. Okay, so cabinets. Where the cabinets? Okay, is it have a cabinets? Yeah, you go to the slide for 20, slide at 20, slide 20 and 20 is it? 20. Okay, slide at 20 and then slide of the 22. Yes, the answer is on the slide 22. Okay, the answer for this question, explain 2 functions of cabinet in Malaysia, is on the slide 22. Advise YDPA on any matters related to national interests, formulate national policy and development programs, set the annual budget and financial plan, to monitor implement of policy, propose any new relevant law or amendments to the existing law, to take any executive decisions. This is the function of cabinets. Okay, and then identify 2 powers of the YDPA. If you look on 2 power YDPA, so you must go back into the slide 16. Okay, slide 16. The power of YDPA. Okay, the YDPA is what? Head of the regions of Islam in Federal Territory Kuala Lumpur and Labuan, and on advice of cabinet of minister acting under general authority of the cabinet. Supreme Commander of the Armed Force have the power to grant pardons, shall appoint a cabinet minister to advise him appointment of the election commissions. This is the power of the YDPA. Okay, And then for process of parliament making the laws. Okay, if you say for process of making the law, so you going back to the okay, you're going to the 31, slide 31, slide ke-31. This is the process, process of making law. First proposed act of law, first reading, second reading, third reading, and then there must be a vote. After their vote and pass, and then YDPA give the royal assent. So this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the steps of the process. 5 step of process. The first step is a proposed act of law. Minister prepare first draft of the proposed act of law assisted by Attorney General, known as the bill. And then the second step is the first reading. Minister submit the bill to the parliament and speak in the parliament, read in the parliament. And then the third step is second readings, is to discuss and debate the bill. And then third readings, another step is the third readings is a member of parliament's vote for approval. Should the bill pass, then ready sent to the House of Senate. In the House of Senate, actually in the House of Senate is just give the opinions. They cannot change the acts. They cannot do anything to the acts. They just give the opinions. Okay, give the opinions. And then the last step is after the act is already passed, the member of parliaments and the House of Senate already passed the bills. The last step is the YDPA give the royal assent. This is the process. Okay, this we call it the process of parliament making the laws. And then number 4, explain 4 function of Attorney General Chamber. Okay, for Attorney General Chamber. Okay, so you going back to the Attorney General, slide 35. Okay, slide 35. You must understand that this is a peguam negara. Attorney General Chamber is a peguam negara. Peguam negara. It's not ketua hakim. Okay, it's not ketua hakim. So it's a peguam negara. That means that Attorney General Chamber ataupun AG, our AG, the functions give legal advice and view to the Malaysian government in accordance with the international law, principle taken into account the policy of Malaysian government, advise the federal state government on legal matters including Sharia law, draft all regulations for federal government, provide prosecutions instruction to all related law enforcement agency for criminal case, represent the government in the civil case, revise, reframe the law of Malaysia, and to undertake law reform in identified areas. That means that our Attorney General Chambers have the power to revise, to reframe, to reform any law in Malaysia, including Sharia law. That means that peguam negara sewajibnya orang Islam. Kalau dia bukan Islam, maka Sharia law macam mana? You must to think that. Okay, so this is the functions of the Attorney General Chambers. And then function of devolutions. Okay, devolutions. You go to the slide. Slide 41. You go to slide 41. Okay, devolutions is a pengagihan kuasa. Devolution is a pengagihan kuasa. No. Wait. Decentralization is a pengagihan kuasa atau penurun kuasa. Okay, decentralization is a pengagihan kuasa. Devolution is a penurunan kuasa. Clear not? Decentralization is a pengagihan kuasa. Decentralizations, pengagihan kuasa antara kerajaan pusat dengan kerajaan negeri mengikut state list, mengikut federal list, mengikut concurrent list. Itu dinamakan pengagihan kuasa. Tetapi devolution is a penurunan kuasa. Sebab tu kamu kena faham, you should understand the moving of power or responsibility from a main organization to a lower level. Maksudnya penurunan kuasa. Or from a central government to a regional government. Maksudnya the moving of power or responsibility. The moving, maksudnya dia menurunkan kuasa. Okay, so penurunan kuasa, you must understand the power devolved may be temporary or eternally reside in central governments. Penurunan kuasa kadang-kadang boleh sementara, kadang-kadang boleh, orang kata kerajaan pusat boleh menahan dia. Okay, So you must understand, devolution is devolution ni dia adalah the statutory granting. Maksudnya dia bukan satu akta, dia ada satu statutory. The statutory granting of power from the central government of a sovereign state to government at the subnational level such as regional local. Maksudnya dia menurunkan kuasa. So penurunkan kuasa ini tidak mestinya kekal. Kadang-kadang boleh bertukar, kadang-kadang boleh tetap. So you must understand is the statutory granting of power. That means penurunan kuasa. Okay. So di sini soalannya dia tanya identify two function of devolutions. So the two function of devolution is what? First is the statutory granting of power. Two is the moving of power. Benda dua ni walaupun kita nampak menggirukan, tetapi sebenarnya kamu kena faham. The statutory granting of power. The statutory granting of power maksudnya bukan atau dia satu perkeliling yang mana kerajaan pusat memberikan kuasa kepada kerajaan negeri ataupun kerajaan pusat kepada kerajaan tempatan ataupun kerajaan negeri kepada kerajaan tempatan. So penurunan kuasa ini merangkumi bahawa kita ada 3 peringkat kerajaan. We have a 3 structure of the government: federal, state and local. That means that from federal to state, from federal to local governments, or state to the local governments. So state to the federal cannot. It's a statutory granting of power. Granting maksudnya pemberian kuasa. Maksudnya dia memberikan kuasa itu khas untuk sesuatu perkara. Maksudnya pemberian tu maksudnya menurunnya lah. Maksudnya dia bagi kuasa ke awak tu maksudnya menurun lah, khas untuk sesuatu hal. Okay. Manakala the moving of power or responsibility from main organizations to a lower level or from a central government to a regional government. Ini kamu kena the moving of power. Tadi pemberian khas untuk sesuatu, ini moving of power. Moving of power bermaksud dia macam ni. Dia menurunkan kuasa secara perlahan, secara cepat ataupun secara mutlak. Maksudnya okey, contoh macam ni lah. Okey, saya bagi dua contoh. Okey. Contohnya dari segi kita lihat dari segi air. Okey, air. Kita ambil air. Okey, pengurusan air. Pengurusan air is the statutory granting of power. Maksudnya benda tu diberi khas untuk tujuan penggunaan dan pengurusan air. So itu dinamakan the statutory granting of power. Tetapi untuk the moving power responsibility maksudnya, contohnya kita lihat dari segi apa? Okey. Dari segi kita lihat kutipan cukai. So kutipan cukai ni kadang-kadang dia kerajaan pusat dia tak boleh nak pergi kutip. Jadi dia turunkan kuasa dan tanggungjawab pergi kutip. Bila dia turunkan kuasa pergi kutip, okey, di sini kamu kena faham, the moving of power responsibility tak mestinya melalui state government, tak mestinya melalui local government, tetapi dia boleh main organizations to a lower level or from a central government to a regional government. Maksudnya daripada satu kerajaan, daripada satu kementerian kepada satu organisasi. Contohnya Kementerian Kewangan menurunkan kuasa kepada custom, organisasi custom untuk kutip cukai di Golok. So ini the moving of power. So the moving of power ni merangkumi, okay, the moving of power ni maksudnya merangkumi bukan state sahaja, bukan local sahaja, tetapi juga organisasi yang ditugaskan. So kamu kena faham di sini. When you said the statutory granting of power, itu ada yang melibat 3 peringkat kerajaan. Persekutuan kepada state, persekutuan kepada kerajaan tempatan or local governments, ataupun daripada state government to local government. Itu the statutory granting of power. Tapi the moving of power responsibility, dia boleh kerajaan persekutuan kepada kerajaan negeri dan terus kepada organisasi yang ditentukan, ataupun daripada kerajaan negeri terus kepada organisasi yang ditugaskan. So ini bermaksud the moving of power of responsibility hanya untuk sesuatu organisasi bagi sesuatu objektif tertentu. Dia bukan pemberian khas, dia objektif. Dia bukan pemberian khas. Sebab kalau kamu lihat pertama, the statutory granting of power ni pemberian khas untuk sesuatu matlamat, untuk sesuatu benda. Tetapi the moving of power ni lebih kepada sesuatu objektif. Maksudnya lebih besar dia punya tu, hanya satu organisasi sahaja yang kendalikan. Contohnya kita lihat BPN, bajet perhatian nasional. So bajet perhatian nasional, siapa yang kena bagi? SDN saja. SDN saja yang tentukan. So bukan kerajaan negeri, bukan kerajaan tempatan, bukan kerajaan persekutuan, HDN. Maksudnya daripada kerajaan persekutuan, bajet tu terus disalurkan pada HDN. HDN yang menentukan siapa yang dapat BPN. So ini the moving of power. So the moving of power maksudnya HDN di mana-mana sahaja. Kalau dia peringkat negeri, dia peringkat negeri dia kena bagi. Peringkat pusat dia bagi. So ini bermaksud devolution ni dia dua. Satu, pemberian kuasa secara khas. Satu, penurunan kuasa di atas tanggungjawab. So kamu kena faham, there's two functions of devolutions. Two function of devolutions. And then dia kata two function of local government. Okay, kalau kamu lihat two function of local government sama dengan maksud two administrative machinery of Malaysia state government or two administrative machinery state government. Okay, so bila kamu tengok state government, ya, soalan nombor 6, identify two function of local government dengan identify two administrative machinery of Malaysia state government, or identify two administrative machinery under the state government lah maksudnya. Okay, so kita pergi pada state government and local government. Okay, kalau kamu lihat the state government, state government untuk menjawab soalan tahun lepas, iaitu identify any two administrative machinery of the Malaysia state government, identify two administrative machinery under the state government. Dua soalan ni sama kan? So jawapannya kat mana? So the answer is on the slide 37. Slide 37 for the past year questions. Okay, the register of the state may make law for the whole or any part of the state. If any state is consistent with federal law, the federal law should prevail, and the state law shall the state inconsistent be void. And then state list, capitation grant, state road grant, source of revenue assigned to the states. So ini dinamakan two administrative machinery. Betul? Two administrative machinery. Okay, kenapa saya kata slide 37? Okay, two administrative machinery ini kamu kena faham, dua jentera kerajaan negeri. Okay, berdasarkan kepada slide 37, so kamu tengok slide 37, okay, adakah dia menceritakan tentang dua jentera kerajaan negeri? Adakah dia menceritakan tentang dua jentera kerajaan negeri? Ada. Okay. Pertama, the register of the state may make law for the whole or any part of the state. Itu maksudnya pada. Itu maksudnya State Assembly, is it? State Assembly, Dewan Undangan Negeri. So Dewan Undangan Negeri bermaksud dia adalah salah satu pada jentera kerajaan negeri. Okay, Dewan Undangan Negeri adalah salah satu daripada jentera kerajaan negeri. Okay, and then dia kata state list, capitation grant, state road grant, source of revenue assigned to the state. So ini adalah lebih kepada mana? Okay, ini lebih kepada kalau lihat dengan kalau kamu lihat dalam ni, ada tak ada cerita? Tak ada. So apa maksudnya? Maksudnya kamu kena faham, ini adalah cerita dia ialah executive body, EXCO. So ini adalah executive body. Sebab executive body melaksanakan state list. Executive body yang akan melaksanakan state road grant, source of revenue, capitation grant. So ini adalah jentera kerajaan negeri. So jentera kerajaan negeri ada berapa? Ada State Assembly, DUN, Dewan Undangan Negeri. Ada Executive, okay, Executive Councils of State, EXCO. Okay, and then ada satu lagi yang kita kena lihat ialah Syariah Court. And then daripada tiga ni kamu kena faham, daripada tiga ni, okay, ini peringkat negeri lah, daripada tiga ni dia akan satu lagi ialah local government, tapi local government dia asing, dia bukan dalam state. So bila kamu nak jawab soalan periksa, dia kata identify any two administrative machinery. Okay, identify any two administrative machinery of the Malaysian state government. Maksudnya kita kena identify dua jentera kerajaan negeri. Okay, So, dua kerajaan negeri, kalau kamu nak identify, kalau kamu tengok dia punya state punya slide ni, okey, ada tak dia cerita? Ada tak dia cerita? Dia tak cerita, dia cuma cerita ESCO, State Assembly, Dewan Negeri dengan Syariah Court. Ini administrationary lah. Tapi kalau kamu lihat slide yang 39, okey, slide 39 kan. Slide yang 9 dia kata, slide 39 ni kamu jangan keliru. Dia kata ada ESCO, ada State Legislative Assembly, ada State Department, ada State Agency, ada District Office. So, bila kamu tengok balik identify to administrative machinery under the state government, so maksudnya jawapan kita betul ke salah? Betul dah. Maksudnya to administrative, okay, to administrative machinery, dua jentera pentadbiran kerajaan negeri, dua jentera pentadbiran kerajaan negeri, dua jentera pentadbiran kerajaan negeri. So dua pentadbiran kerajaan negeri ialah apa? ESCO, State Executive Council yang tadi saya cerita, State Legislative, yes. Tapi kamu akan lupa satu lagi, Syariah Court lah, sebab dia terlupa tulis Syariah Court. And then State Department, State Agency, Water Supply, District Officer. So slide 36 dengan slide 39, okay, itu benda yang kamu kena faham. Dia slide 37 lah, salah. Slide 37 dengan slide 39. Slide 39 dia menceritakan tentang State Executive Council, State Legislative Assembly, tetapi dia terangkan balik kepada slide 37 dan 36. So bila kamu tengok tu administrative, tu state government administrative, maksudnya pertama ESCO, State Legislative Assembly, DUN, Syariah Court, ataupun satu lagi kalau kamu nak tahu, State Department, State Agency. Tapi yang bagi saya ESCO, State Assembly, State Legislative Assembly dengan Syariah Court, itu memang. So you can bring out lah itu dua. Kalau kamu nak lanjut, boleh State Department, State Agency, District Office. Okey. Itu yang kecil lah. Okey, itu di bahagian local government. Di bahagian local government lah. Okey. Tapi dia seterusnya kalau kita lihat two functions of local governments. Two function of local governments maksudnya apakah fungsi local government? So kamu pergi pada local government. So function of local government ialah obligatory functions, discretionary functions. So obligatory maksudnya yang mandatory by law. Kalau discretionary, not mandatory, tapi bergantung kepada hak keistimewaan dan kuasa yang diberi kepada local government. Okey, so ini kalau kamu melihat di sini, kamu melihat bahawa ada local government ada dua, obligatory function, discretionary functions. Okey, saya nak terang balik pasal two administrative machinery of the Malaysian state government sebab ini memang ramai keliru. Okey, pergi slide 39. Bila kamu tengok slide 39, itu adalah state government administrative machinery. Betul? Okey, dia ada ESCO, State Executive Council dipanggil ESCO, State Legislative Assembly ataupun DUN. Tapi di sini dia tak letak Syariah Court. Syariah Court pun salah satu daripada State Government Administrative Machinery. Ini state punya. Bila turun kepada state, dia ada State Department, State Agency. Okey, yang ini yang paling bawah. Kemudian District Officer. District Office ni adalah kepada local government. So bagi saya, kalau kamu cerita kat saya identify to administrative state government, maksudnya cuma cerita ESCO, DUN dengan Syariah Court. DUN dengan DUN dengan ESCO pun dah cukup dah. Okay, so you get me or not? Are you clear? Okay, if you are clear, so that means that you can do your questions. But for the 25 marks, okay, for the 25 marks, you must have 25 marks, you must have introduction and conclusion. For the 10 marks, no need introduction and conclusion. You just give me the point. Okay, that's all. Thank you. Okay, see you. Assalamualaikum.